Russian President Vladimir Putin is recognizing the competitive advantages of Bitcoin mining. I'm Natalie Brunell for Bitcoin Magazine, and here's one of the stories we're following. President Putin said Wednesday the country has distinctive characteristics that allow it to benefit from Bitcoin mining. The statements came just a week after the country's central bank called for a complete ban of mining activity in the country, as it worries cryptocurrencies could pose risks to its citizens. Putin also asked the Bank of Russia to reach a consensus with the country's Ministry of Finance, who on Tuesday discouraged a complete prohibition of Bitcoin trading and mining in the country, citing how such a move could hurt Russia's ability to compete in the technology sector. Putin said, quote, "The central bank does not stand in our way of technological progress and makes the necessary efforts to implement the latest technology in this area." Now, he made these statements to the members of the Russian government, addressing the divergent opinions held by the government body and the central bank. The central bank's position on crypto is based on worries that expansion of this type of activity carries certain risks given the large volatility, among other things. But Putin said, quote, "Although, of course, we also have certain competitive advantages here, especially in so-called mining." Putin is, of course, referring to the country's power surplus and, quote, "well-trained manpower, which could be leveraged for a thriving Bitcoin mining industry there." Russia rose to the third spot in the list of countries with the highest share of hash rate in the Bitcoin network last year after China banned the asset and its underlying mining industry in the summer. Now, an exodus of Bitcoin miners out of China led to mining farms being established in the US, Kazakhstan, and Russia. Eastern Europe's low-cost energy and freezing climate make it attractive for miners as it enables higher profit margins and greater hash rate output. But now geopolitical tensions in the region are affecting mining operations and sentiment. You probably heard that miners in Kazakhstan, for example, a nation which is second only to the US in Bitcoin mining hash rate, will have their energy supply cut off until the end of the month, according to members of the national grid operator there. Now, the country's energy grid has been struggling to meet power demand, and miners are struggling with the electricity rationing as a result of rising fuel prices. Inflation is everywhere, but Bitcoin's hash rate does remain near all-time highs, despite the fact that Kazakhstan represents a huge share of Bitcoin's hash rate, and during internet blackouts this month went down significantly. And finally, not far away, we also want to make mention that Belarus is reportedly not inclined to change its permissive Bitcoin trading rules, despite Russia's central bank discussing that ban. Bloomberg reported this week that Belarus's cryptocurrency regulator, High Tech Park, does not have plans to tighten its liberal Bitcoin-related legislation. In 2017, Belarus introduced a set of laws to encourage novel developments in the cryptocurrency space and granted its citizens the ability to buy, sell, hold, and mine Bitcoin. And get this, citizens are also not required to report their Bitcoin purchases and sales to tax authorities, according to Bloomberg. Wish that was the case here. Those are some of the Bitcoin headlines we're following. For more, head to bitcoinmagazine.com.